Hi everyone. Some of you all know me and some of you don't. If you don't know me, I'm Lady Allie. Hi. Okay, I wanted to take a minute or two and say hello and let you know that I hope you all will check out all this page has to offer for my story Chasing Fire. I hope you all enjoy the page. It took a lot of work. This story is near and dear to my heart. I used to be a firefighter myself before I had my kids. That's when I knew it was my time to give it up. My kids had to come first. But that part of me that loved it all never truly died inside of me. I still love it when I smell the smoke from a fire. My heart still goes crazy every time I see a fire truck zoom by me, lights and sirens blazing. So this is the real reason I wrote Chasing Fire and still write it. It helps me bring back the excitement of the fire calls, excitement of when my pager went off and it was screaming at me to go to a call. I hope you all can feel it through my words, too, the words of Chasing Fire, like these words. As the call rang out across the fire pages around me, the feeling of dread came over my entire body. 4 fast beeps and the words of the dispatcher, words I would remember for the rest of my life. Forks Fire Department, 915, 973, and 913. Call number 715. Go approximately 2 miles east from your fire department. 2-car collision head-on with entrapment. Attention Forks Fire. That was all I heard. They were calling for the squad, rescue, and engine. It had to be a bad car wreck. I watched as Esme, Emmett, and several other firemen from our fire station left running to their trucks that were parked outside the academy. Realization hit me as Emmett passed me. Lynn's. I ran after Emmett, who turned to me in a flash. Bro, what do you think you're doing? You're not on the department yet. You can't come with us. I looked at him and couldn't handle what I was about to say. Lynn's went that way, Em. Was all I had to say. My mom heard me and yelled for us to get our asses in the truck now. She included me in that, so I grabbed my gear and jumped in the truck with her just as she started it up, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm in my chest. You're not to do anything. You are to stay by the truck no matter what. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? She asked. I nodded my head. What would I do if it was her? Would I be able to stay by the truck like my mom and my soon-to-be chief demanded? I listened as Esme told dispatch to go ahead and deploy air care, and I looked ahead, afraid of what I was about to see and the answers I was about to get. As we rolled up to the wreck, my answers were staring me in the face. It was my Lynn's, and there was no way in hell I was standing by my truck. As I ran towards the mangled car of the woman I loved, my heart crumpled into a million pieces in my chest. I was going to lose out another person I loved. Why does God keep doing this to me? What had I done in my life to deserve to lose the ones I love? When I reached the car, panic seized in my chest and froze me in place. I knew in my head what to do, but I couldn't get my legs to move or my hands. I stood there staring at my broken Lynn's, wanting nothing more than to turn back time and beg her to just stay the night with me. I wanted her in my arms, not sitting crumpled in a crushed piece of metal she was in. I wanted her to look at me with those beautiful eyes of hers, but those eyes weren't looking at anything right now. They were closed. I wanted her legs wrapped around me, like they were earlier, but her legs were trapped under the dash, stuck. This was all my fault. She came to the academy to be with me. Me. It was my fault she was where she was at the moment. My fault she was barely breathing. My heart was pounding my chest as I watched my brother as he brought out the jaws of life and prepared to use them. I watched as he looked around and yelled for the firefighters to help him. I was still standing there, right by her door, looking at her battered body, unable to move. I vaguely heard Emmett's voice as he screamed at the other firefighters. That's what snapped me out of it. He needed someone to climb into the car with my Lynn's and stabilize her neck, and pulled a blanket over her head and face so she wouldn't get cut up by any more than she already was. There wasn't an extra firefighter, so I jumped into action, fully coming out of my fog. Throwing on my jacket and climbing in, I heard my mom yelling at me in the background, but I didn't care. No one else was there to take care of her, so I was going to do it. I heard Esme telling me what to do, and I followed her instructions to the T, not taking any chances. I threw the cover over Lynn's and me, and Emmett's face was the last thing I saw as I brought it over our heads. I bent down more like crushed my body down to Lynn's and placed my hands on each side of her neck, keeping her still and stable while they powered up the jaws and started to cut on the demolished piece of metal we were in. I love you, Lynn's. Just stay with me, baby. Please stay with me, I begged in her ear. I could feel her pulse on my fingertips, and it was fading fast. I felt helpless to stop it. I was begging God in my head, begging him not to take her away from me. Her pulse was fading away and dragging her life away with it. With every second of the clock, it was taking her life away from her. I yelled for Emmett to hurry up, but it wasn't Emmett's voice that came to me. It was my mom's. Now, I want to send out a little special message to all my readers out there that are already reading Chasing Fire. Thank you for all of your kind words, and thank you for reading. To all the other people out there that hasn't checked out Chasing Fire yet, please, please check it out for yourself. I know you won't be disappointed. To my beta, Lynn's, you always are amazing, and without you, I don't know what I would do. So a huge thanks goes out to you. I hope you all enjoy Chasing Fire, and I hope you enjoy this Chasing Fire experience on my page. Hugs to you all, and a huge thanks again. Bye.